Alright, welcome to another day or another match of Ether Rage for today. We are gonna use the Sita team this time against Tatami? Anyways, yeah, we're gonna use the Sita team today because this would have been a lot of trouble for Ike. There's at least 3 units here that I'm counting that could probably, put some decent work in against Ike here. So we are gonna bench Ike for this one, and we're gonna go with Sita, primarily because Gateau is also on this team. Always handy to have him around, and we also have Baby Golvig on this team, who is quickly becoming one of my favorites. Again, investment is paying dividends. I pulled this unit because I had the FOMO from last year when Dual Asker. I still have the FOMO, or what? It's not FOMO anymore. I actually missed out. So I didn't get Dual Asker. So I was like, I'm not missing out on this one. This one is definitely going to be impactful, and she is definitely paying off in terms of me picking her up. So we're gonna shut down one of the lanes here, particularly the one that has what's her face, Igrin, because what's gonna happen is that Triandra is gonna be forced to dance, and then the rally will happen here on the rally would happen on Yunaka. I forgot her name there for a minute. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Alright, so yeah, so I was saying that we're gonna have the lane here with Igrin locked to force the dance, which is an interesting mechanic that we can do now. It's so cool that we can manipulate the AI in this way, once you know what you're doing, of course. But we're gonna force the dance. Igrin will be able to move. Yunaka will be forced to attack, and what I gotta do as well is move Baby Sita up. I keep calling her Baby Sita. Gotta move her up. Sita. Gotta move her up and block this lane. I was considering going all the way up to have her block the lane entirely, but I want to avoid potentially getting hit by Sanaki there, although I don't see it happening. Interesting rally there. I expected the rally to come from below Yunaka, but I guess because that spot was threatened. But we are outspeeding Yunaka here, so it doesn't matter. I was actually expecting Baby Robin to rally from below Yunaka, but that didn't happen. Now, that is a successful turn 1, but we're not done yet. We're having to figure out, or we have to figure out how to get through this turn 2, because there are at least three dangerous units left on the map. See, there's Sanaki's over here I gotta figure out. I have no more AoE coverage on Sita, so that AoE is going to be able to take her out. Although it is growing wind, which isn't as scary as blazing, but I'm not looking forward to multiple combats there. Okay, so that is where the warp bubble is. It's on Baby Robin. Alright, so I can do this, but then I'm stuck. No Kanto. I can get Kanto, but if I do that, then I won't be able to move. The warp bubble is definitely causing me some problems here because I would like to warp, but I can't. Why didn't you think about this a bit? Because I do want to get... Okay, sorry. So I want to get Sanaki off the board. And I also want to get... I'd like to get...
We'll do our best.
Oh, I can do this. Okay, this is much better. I was actually gonna plan it out to get
Leave it to us.
Nerthus to take out Sanaki, but I can actually do this since Sanaki isn't covered by Far Save. I get the cancel one, there's no Kanto control, and what I'll do is lock Triandra. Again, this is paying dividends. We're going to lock Triandra, which means that the enemy team is going to be forced to move within strike range. Now, the only one that has a potential to do anything weird here is the enemy Baby Robin, but they can only rally from worst case scenario below Mer. And if they do that, then there's only two directions that they can go, unless they rally from below Igrin, which could pose some problems. I don't know if they're going to do that. But this all depends on movement order. I believe that what's her face? Embla will move first, melee. And then she's also the closest because I can't move any more units here. I mean, I could reposition Peony out of the way, but then if Baby Robin rallies in the middle, then Sita is going to be targeted, and I'm not sure. I don't want her to fight Baby Robin just yet. So it would probably look like...
Upon your word.
How is this going to look?
What shall we do?
I could also leave Peony there.
We'll do our best.
Even though that's probably not the best idea. But I could do it. Essentially, we're moving towards the left because the right lane is open. It's the closest lane, so the units in that lane should move down towards it. The thing is, I don't know if Sita will outspeed bonus Baby Robin because they get like a butt ton of stats. I can't even like keep track of how many stats they get from the harsh spectrum, as well as just their weapon and then the A skill. It's just so many numbers that I can't do the math on that one. So, Igrin moved first. That could have been bad. If why did Igrin move first?
I'll get us there.
Oh, Igrin was the only one without an assist? No? I think so. Well, this is still bad though, because I gotta figure out how to get out of this pickle because I can't warp, as I mentioned earlier. 1, 2, 3. Far save. I gotta get rid of Igrin. Igrin is a problem. If Embla had moved first there, then there would have been a spot for Baby Robin to rally from. 1, 2, 3, potentially. But I think Igrin moved first because she didn't have an assist, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. What do I do from this position? Can't lock Triandra again because she's already been locked. I can't warp, which is really what I would like to do. With Baby Golvig, I'd like to warp her to be able to take out Embla, but Peony's kind of in the way, actually. Oh, jeez, this is a real pickle here.
I'll get us there.
At least we got rid of the Yunaka. One unit down, a couple of units down at this point. But the Miracle Yunaka is an interesting option in terms of she does really well against Ike, but if she's getting outsped, that she can't get the Miracle off unless you have a way to pre-charge it. And in any case, I was going to double her with Baby Sita. I was certain that Sita would have outsped, so Miracle Yunaka would not have been a problem. Sita does very well against Cavs, as I'm sure you know. But I'm going to settle it into this decision here. So what we're going to do is go with Sita to take out both Embla and Igrin. And then we're going to shut down... We're going to shut down Baby Robin with Baby Golvig. And then the worst case scenario, or the worst thing that could potentially happen to ruin this strategy, is if Mer uses Swap. Because what would happen there is that it would reactivate, or it would refresh, which is crazy to think that that's an option. Or to refresh Baby Robin. So this is going to be interesting to see whether or not this actually happens. I don't believe it's going to go off because swap doesn't happen with units that are movement assists.
Leave it to us.
Movement assists technically don't happen if a unit is locked, like in the 7th slot. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here, because that's kind of what it's considered as by the enemy AI. We're going to take out Triandra here with the swap, and then we're going to get Nerthus to go in.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we don't get the Gale Force, because getting the Gale Force there would have been interesting to see if Nerthus would have been able to take out the baby Robin, but positioning isn't in our favor, as well as the fact that we one-shot Triandra, which is yeah, Triandra. But yeah, baby Robin is going to get locked, and the only thing that can mess with us here and screw us up is if Mer uses swap, because that will refresh baby Robin and they will definitely get a kill. So this is win or lose time. Let's see if this works out in our favor. Okay. Okay, Mer did not swap. Interesting. Yo, that was a big gamble, but it worked out in our favor. I was totally expecting Mer to swap there because
I'll get us there.
the unit is threatened. So typically, if there's an action,
What shall we do?
usually the swap or the reposition should take place. But again, I think it comes down to it acting like a 7th slot
see.
mechanic, which means that the positional plays don't affect the unit
We'll do
or
our
anything in that matter. The only thing that would have kicked off is, or in terms of
Good morning.
turn order, would have probably been a dance. But there's nothing here that there are no dancers left. So yeah,
Ready.
interesting stuff. Mer decided to not even
For all
move
life on land.
because she could have went left. Even though it was threatened, she just decided to not move. Okay. Alright, so let's figure out a way to close this match out, get the pots and back out of here. This has been quite a challenging map. Didn't expect some of the outcomes here. This is all interesting data that I'll probably use. I don't know if it's actually going to be useful in the future, because I don't know if some of this movement here or lack thereof from the enemy AI was just purely situational. Not sure how much of this is actually useful intel, but what am I gonna do here to get that last spot? I do want it. I don't need it, but I do want it.
Maybe this way.
Baby Goldleg is unable to take out Mer, perhaps due to reasons unbeknown to me. Sita is not able to take out Robin, even though we are doubling.
What shall we do?
Which means that if Robin had attacked Sita, baby Robin would have killed Sita, because
On our way.
Flare would have kicked in, and also she probably would have been debuffed enough for them
We'll
to
do our
double.
best.
So
Bless them.
good thing we didn't end up baiting with Sita here. And if I take out this baby Robin, then I'll get my duo skills online, which is gonna be pretty fun to use.
Am I
Like,
needed?
ooh. Okay, so Nerthus almost gets this.
For all life on
Let's
land.
put. Okay, yeah, let's put Peony here. There we
Am I
go.
needed?
Wonderful. So that closes that out.
I'll get us
And
there.
then, oh, Sita gets it now. Okay, so the penalty neutralization there. Alright, so we get this with Nerthus. And we're gonna activate our dual skills just because it's fun. Just to close out the okay, we get this, nice. So it really was the debuff. So we're gonna activate all of our dual skills here. Just for the hell of it. I mean, it's 7x7. I don't know why they don't just say entire map at this point, because look at the range of that dual skill. That is so much. That is literally so much. Look at that. That is so far. And the thing is, I would have been able to warp if it wasn't for the fact that this is Mer, and Mer has warp bubble, or at least this Mer has warp bubble, which makes her such an annoying foe to face. But we did get like triangle attack and everything else online, so how do I close this out?
We'll do our best. For
Yeah,
all
okay.
life
We're gonna
on
close
land.
this out with Baby Robin here. Here we go. This has been a really good matchup here. We close it out with flare from Baby Robin. I really had to think quite a bit for this one. Probably gonna cut out a lot of it. Yo, look at those numbers, bro. This isn't even because she's bonus. This is just like stats that she gets from existing and doing stuff. This is so many stats. My God. This unit is busted, bro. This Baby Robin is definitely one of the best units in the game. GG's. See you in the next one.